In their native environment, American minks have the food, water and shelter they need to survive. They are in equilibrium with the other living beings that share their habitat. However, in the last decade, a large number of American minks have been exported to European farms for the fur trade. Sometimes by accident, but sometimes intentionally, lots of those minks may run away or are being released from the farms, thus invading the habitats where their European counterparts live. In this new wild environment, the American minks modify their behaviour, raising new problems for the native species. Both mink species exploit the same feeding resources, but the Americans are bigger and more aggressive. Being so, the European minks are being displaced or even expelled from their own ecosystems. But troubles may get worse, affecting other species or ecosystems in an indirect fashion. In the islands, the lizards have an important role as landscape modelers. The lizards of the islands feed on fleshy fruits, and doing so they contribute to the dispersion and germination of the seeds of many native plants. When the American minks swim their way to the islands, they start to feed on the native population of lizards. So indirectly, they modify the composition and structure of the vegetation landscape, bringing a number of negative consequences for the biodiversity and dynamics of the island ecosystem. But in addition, American minks are also decimating the population of other islanders, such as shags. But minks can bring also other problems not so easily perceived. Introduced minks are immune carriers of a parvovirus that can infect the other European minks, as well as other non-resistant native mammals, unprepared to deal with this foreign disease. As a result, lots of native mammals die after having any contact with the infected American minks. To avoid those problems, it is important to eradicate the introduced species from the ecosystems. Nonetheless, the eradication of the Americans and the reintroduction of the European minks to restore the ecosystems will need a substantial amount of money. The amendment of the environmental problems derived from the biological introductions will have a high cost to our pockets.